Aria has tricked you into playing Left Alive. You are brave, but hopefully you won't regret this. I had a lot of fun with this game. It is an absolute pile of crap, don't get me wrong. It is not misunderstood. It is a lot of fun though. It's like you're fighting a bunch of aliens who don't know how to be humans, and I don't know, there's a lot to love with it. Just give it a try. There's a lot of ideas that didn't pan out, but you can still see a lot of that there. Anyway, the first thing you're going to want to do is to turn down the sensitivity. Now, headshots are extremely important in this game, since enemies die really quickly with them. To give you an example for how important headshots are, here's a clip from when I was still pretty early in the game, so I was still figuring out how things worked. But how to deal with 5 enemies right here. So like, first of all, grenade to split off the enemies a little bit, that stuns a bunch of them. When you have a melee hit, you can run up and R2 enemies on the ground, which is pretty much an instant kill. I think it is actually an instant kill, it's been a while since I played. But in this case, I whiff it because I run up and try and get it, and I hit it too early, so he just swung. So I abandoned that pretty quickly. But staying behind cover, see, this enemy here took me several shots because I was panicking and not going for the head. Whereas these next ones, getting behind cover, taking a moment. There we go, one shot, nice and smooth. You can see it as well on the bottom right, that icon, meaning that I'm bleeding, so I'm slowly losing health. If I can get, you can see like right before it drops to the next bar, I stop and put on a hemo patch, and that will let my health regenerate back up to full because it didn't fall below the bit. Yeah, for these last couple enemies, I'm definitely no longer panicking, and I'm just slowly headshot. See, nice and down. And bam, clean. So yeah, the idea is that your body armor in the lower left will let you absorb some bullets, and you can use that to your advantage just to kind of soak a few hits. Like, I know you obviously don't want to be shot, but your health will regenerate back up to the next value. Obviously your body armor won't, but you can usually swap out body armor pretty frequently. I always forget, and then I always panic because I don't have what I need equipped to equip it. Don't come this way. Bitch, I'm trying to prepare. Caution, shut the fuck up. The assault rifle is pretty much a pistol, but you can shoot it from further away. You might think it has other uses. I wouldn't bother with them too much. There's some situations, sure, but yeah. Also, the enemy sensor is a very good crafting item that doesn't take many parts, but you can throw it and it'll reveal all enemies in the room. Useful for this when there's encounters like this, but just always with the assault rifle, slow down, wait for the reticle to close, if it'll let you. Melee weapons are really good for hitting enemies from behind, but also if you slide tackle into an enemy and knock them over, you can do the R2 finisher from the previous clip, and then if you just take the shovel and shove it right in the crotch, they die instantly, because that part is important apparently. But yeah, doing that is very easy. Just run up, slide into people, hit them in the nuts with the shovel, and then keep going. Don't be afraid to try using your gadgets for some really stupid solutions. For this one, I couldn't get the civilians past the mech that kept shooting at us, and no matter what I did, I tried shooting at the mech, it would just immediately turn to the civilians and then shoot them down. That immediately failed that. What ended up working was crafting 9 smoke bottles, and then just throwing them on the floor and then walking through the smoke, and the mech's just looking at us being like, oh, nothing's going on. So yeah. You could do a lot of stupid things in this game. Just let your imagination run wild. Don't be hindered by common sense. This game does not respect common sense. Once you can break past that barrier, you'll have a lot more fun. Throwing knives get a special call out just because they're super good. Just, if you see throwing knives, take them. Hit an enemy in the leg and just watch it happen.
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
That's the one!
You can use an EMP grenade to temporarily stop a Wanzer from attacking you, but it won't last long and I don't recommend it because it probably means you're going the wrong direction. In this case, I was going for the melee a Wanzer to death achievement, and that's probably the only time I actually did it. But if a Wanzer's giving you problems, you're either going the wrong way or you're getting too close to it. You should just go the other way. Shotguns can be pretty nice for close quarters. I mean, overall, I would generally just still go for the pistol. They're kind of just fun weapons if you just feel like being ridiculous with them. They're really good for boss fights though, same with, I think there's a Magnum in this game. I feel like it's one of those things I never used. The SMG sucks ass though, so I would just probably not bother with that one, honestly. So in terms of saving, this game will save during some situations, like between major events. For the most part, you're going to want to use the save points scattered throughout the levels. They're not too hard to find, they should be on your maps. But keep in mind it might be a little while between checkpoints. If you want to trigger a checkpoint on purpose, you can talk to a civilian and they'll checkpoint you. So that'll count as an autosave, and even if you don't save them, it'll still trigger it. This is useful if you're on the hopeless difficulty run, which I'm assuming most of you aren't going to, but if you're crazy like me, remember that. But yeah, that's about all the tips that I can think of for now. The main thing is just play on easy difficulty. I highly recommend that if you just kind of want to experience the game and see the AI at its stupidest. The higher difficulties will generally make guys a bit more alert, you'll take damage faster, and you'll probably be more miserable. But yeah, when I played it, I went easy mode for my first 3 runs. I did 100% hostage best ending run the first time. And then I was building up points for the cash shop at the end, so when you do New Game Plus, you can spend those to get upgrades to make your next run better. And so then, by my 4th run, when I did the hopeless difficulty run, I had a handful of perks to make the Platinum Trophy easier in that regard. Yeah, so would recommend it. You could always start on normal difficulty if you really want to, and then lower the difficulty in the menu. But considering you're kind of trying to puzzle out how this alien AI works, I would just recommend you just play on easy mode. But yeah, if I managed to trick you into paying $6 for this game on Steam, I am sorry, but I hope you have fun with it as much as I did. Just try not to stress about things, have a blast, beat the game, and then make me go play some random game that you can think of. Have fun!